I just do know that there is a crisis coming someday. And you notice how the last portion of this chart just goes vertical. It goes along and it's climbing sideways slowly, and then suddenly there's a big change in direction, and then it just goes straight up. Well, guess what? Regardless of what the price is, you're not going to be able to get any during that period of time. In fact, even with the price, it's been sort of noodling sideways for quite a while now, and it's still not, the premiums that all of the dealers have to pay the suppliers right now all the premiums are up across the board. It's hard to get physical, especially small denomination physical or small increments, 1 ounce, 10 ounce, 100 ounce, and so on. And yes, so it gained over 1,200% from 76 to 1980. And we're just barely in this thing. I do expect fireworks, but like Dave Morgan said, it's going to be monetary demand that causes those fireworks. And that's exactly what I believe. It's the day that the population turns from knowing that their dollars just are not a good place to hold their wealth, their purchasing power, that it's being chipped away at through inflation, and that and once they stop trusting the dollars, they're going to rush toward gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies. Those are the three. I mean, they're not going to rush toward treasuries this time. This chart is indexed or to 0% at for the current bull market. It's indexed at the very bottom of the lowest price from 2011 to today, which was the March crash. And the March crash was an anomaly brought on. It was a crash that was coinciding with a pandemic. And then there was all this stimulus. So you could actually take that dark gray line of the 118% gains, and you could almost like fit that right on top of the line that's below it. You could, because that crash was an anomaly. So that price, that $12 price of silver, that was just the stars aligning for, and man, I wish I was sitting on some excess cash I wanted to buy silver then, and I just didn't have the excess cash to be able to do it. So anyway, yeah, this is the reality number 4. This is a really good look at what happens in the silver markets and the way silver reacts. It is just absolutely explosive. And the day that these hugely overvalued markets that are so bloated because everything on the planet is completely warped and there's bubbles everywhere. And it's all because of the world's central banks trying to manipulate everything and trying to keep them in bubbles. And every time there's a crisis, they just try and blow the bubble bigger and plug the leak while they're doing it. And they're going to lose control one day, and the crisis is going to be huge, because you look at any currency supply chart or interest rate chart, things are absolutely insane, and they have been since 2008. So when this blows, it's going to blow big. And I believe that the gains back in 76 through 80 are going to be insignificant compared to what you're going to see coming. It shows you that the world is completely nuts. We have asset markets being inflated, and this is part of the inflation, just at enormous rates. And then we've got savings being deflated at they're talking 0.6%. Well, 0.6 is not enough to get people to take their currency out of the bank in cash, except this is the reason that all of the world's central banks think that they need the crypto-based, the digital currencies. They need their own cryptocurrency, Fed coin, the Euro coin, whatever it is, so that they can get rid of cash. Once they get rid of cash, if they need to go 10% negative or 50% negative or whatever, they will. Can you imagine 50% of your savings vanishing each year? But they can do that. They can try to cause people to go out and spend right away, and it doesn't work. I've got a couple of notes here that a friend in Taiwan gave me years ago, and these notes expired. The government was trying to do stimulus, and these notes expired in 1998, I believe it was. And just before they expire, there's a huge trade in these notes that goes, the velocity does increase, but it's increasing towards speculators that think the government may go ahead and back them again. So they're willing to offer you $5 for 500, 100 to 1 or something like that, as everybody's trying to get rid of these as quickly as possible. Because when they know it's going to run out, everybody tries to spend them. And here's the hilarious part. The government would not accept them. This chart goes back to 2018, and gold and silver up 62 and 74% respectively. That is darn good performance. But palladium is up at 171% gains. And here is my comment. Palladium has never been money. It isn't money today, and it never will be money. When a crisis hits, when the stock markets crash, and when people are rushing towards safe havens, they're not going to be rushing to rhodium and palladium. They're going to be rushing to gold and gold and silver will not only blow past this, you could see palladium falling during that period of time. Platinum, palladium, rhodium, all of those other precious metals, they would be falling while gold and silver are doing an absolute moonshot. The average here is 12%. It's this, we just looked at a tweet about negative interest rates that a bank is charging. So you've got deflation there going on where it's negative interest rates. And then you have this huge inflation here. Normally when prices are rising like this, your interest rates are higher, not lower. These prices are going up at 12%. And that's totally, we live in an insane world run by Keynesians, and that's the problem.